Welcome to Namibia. Namibia, a land of striking contrasts and breathtaking landscapes, is one of Africa's most captivating destinations. Stretching from the Atlantic coastline in the west to the vast expanses of desert and savanna in the east. Namibia offers travelers a unique blend of natural wonders, wildlife diversity, and cultural richness. This country, known for its dramatic vistas, endless horizons, and some of the oldest deserts in the world, captivates visitors from the very moment they arrive. Unlike many destinations, Namibia is a place where solitude, nature, and adventure converge, creating an experience that feels both primal and transformative. From towering dunes and rugged canyons to vast salt pans and wildlife-rich national parks, Namibia's landscapes are as diverse as they are unforgettable. The journey through Namibia begins with its extraordinary geography. One of the most striking features is the Namib Desert, which stretches along the Atlantic coast and is often considered the oldest desert in the world. Its rust-colored dunes rise majestically from the desert floor, shifting and reshaping with the wind over centuries. The contrast of the Namib Desert's arid landscapes with the Atlantic Ocean's cold, fog-laden coastline, known as the Skeleton Coast, creates a dramatic and almost otherworldly setting. It is a place where the raw forces of nature are on full display, where isolation and beauty coexist in a hauntingly poetic manner. Moving inland, Namibia's topography transforms into rolling plains, dry savannas, and rugged plateaus, each supporting a unique array of flora and fauna. Etosha National Park, one of the largest wildlife sanctuaries in Africa, is home to some of the continent's most iconic animals, including elephants, lions, rhinos, and giraffes. Unlike many other safari destinations, Etosha offers an unparalleled opportunity for close encounters with wildlife in a semi-arid environment, where the sparse vegetation makes animals more visible against the vast landscape. This park embodies the essence of African wilderness and presents a unique challenge and delight for photographers, wildlife enthusiasts, and nature lovers alike. Namibia is not only about desert and savanna, it is also a land of history and culture. The country has a rich cultural tapestry that reflects centuries of migration, trade, and colonial influence. Indigenous groups such as the Himba, Herero, and San people have maintained distinct traditions and lifestyles, offering visitors insight into long-standing cultural practices and ways of life that have endured despite modern pressures. These communities contribute to Namibia's identity and invite travelers to engage in meaningful cultural exchanges, learning about traditional crafts, rituals, and survival strategies in one of the world's harshest environments. Adventure is at the heart of any journey in Namibia. Visitors can experience the thrill of sandboarding down massive dunes at Sossusvlei, tracking wildlife on game drives across Etosha, or exploring the dramatic cliffs and canyons of Fish River Canyon. The country also offers more serene forms of exploration, such as walking safaris, birdwatching, or simply watching the sun rise and set over endless desert plains, painting the skies in shades of red, orange, and violet. Namibia's natural wonders encourage a deep connection with the environment, offering both excitement and moments of reflective solitude. Water also plays a surprising role in Namibia's landscapes. While much of the country is arid, rivers such as the Kunene and the Orange support pockets of biodiversity and life. Waterholes scattered across Etosha and other reserves become gathering points for wildlife, especially during the dry season, creating opportunities to observe animals in their natural habitats. Namibia's unique climatic conditions, including fog along the skeleton coast, occasional desert rains, and clear night skies, add layers of complexity and fascination to its ecosystems. Namibia's infrastructure is surprisingly well developed for a country of its size and population density. Roads connect major attractions, lodges and camps offer comfortable accommodations, and tourism services are increasingly focused on sustainable and eco-friendly practices. Visitors can enjoy a range of experiences from luxury lodges overlooking salt pans to rustic campsites deep in the desert, ensuring that Namibia can cater to diverse travel preferences. Despite modern comforts, the country retains a sense of remoteness and authenticity, preserving the wildness that draws travelers from around the world. Sossusvlei, located in the heart of the Namib Desert, is one of Namibia's most iconic and visually striking destinations, renowned for its towering red sand dunes, stark white salt pans, and breathtaking desert vistas. The name Sossusvlei is derived from the Afrikaans words Sossus, meaning dead-end water, and Vlei, meaning marsh or lake, referring to the area's ephemeral pans that occasionally fill with water during rare rainfalls. These pans, set against the vibrant dunes, create an otherworldly landscape that has captivated travelers, photographers, and adventurers for decades. The visual identity of Sossusvlei is dominated by its colossal sand dunes, some of the tallest in the world, reaching heights of over 300 meters. These dunes, sculpted over millennia by the relentless winds of the Namib Desert, display an incredible range of colors and textures. Early morning light transforms the dunes into a palette of warm golds, deep oranges, and crimson reds, while shadows carve dramatic patterns that emphasize the contours and scale of the desert. By contrast, the midday sun intensifies the colors, producing a strikingly vivid and almost surreal environment. The largest and most famous dunes, including Dune 45 and Big Daddy, attract hikers and photographers eager to capture the perfect sunrise or sunset image, offering a sense of achievement and awe upon reaching their summits. Sossusvlei's geography is as unique as it is spectacular. The desert is punctuated by clay and salt pans, which remain white and reflective even under the harsh sun, providing stark contrast to the surrounding dunes. These pans, some of which only fill during seasonal rains, create temporary lakes that attract migratory birds and other desert-adapted wildlife. The interplay between the vibrant dunes and pale pans is one of Sossusvlei's defining characteristics, producing iconic vistas that are instantly recognizable worldwide. The scene is further enhanced by the occasional presence of resilient vegetation, including camel thorn trees and hardy shrubs, which survive in the harsh, arid conditions and add depth to the landscape. While Sossusvlei appears lifeless at first glance, the ecosystem supports a variety of specially adapted flora and fauna. Desert-adapted antelopes, such as oryx and springbok, roam the edges of the dunes in search of water and shade, while small mammals, reptiles, and insects navigate the hot sands with remarkable efficiency. Birds, including larks and sociable weavers, exploit the sparse vegetation and occasional water sources, adding color and movement to the desert tableau. The ecological balance of Sossusvlei is delicate, with life persisting through remarkable adaptations to extreme heat, scarcity of water, and shifting sands, demonstrating the resilience of nature in one of the world's most inhospitable environments. The cultural significance of Sossusvlei is also notable. Indigenous communities, including the Nama and Himba people, have lived in and around the Namib Desert for centuries, developing intricate knowledge of the desert's geography, climate, and resources. Their understanding of ephemeral water sources, edible plants, and animal behavior has allowed them to thrive in conditions that would challenge most other human populations. Visitors to Sossusvlei can gain insight into these traditional survival strategies, enriching their understanding of both the desert and the people who have historically called it home. Tourism in Sossusvlei is centered around immersive experiences that allow visitors to explore the desert safely and responsibly. Guided 4x4 tours, often starting before sunrise, transport travelers to the base of iconic dunes, providing opportunities for hiking, photography, and wildlife observation. Walking tours, led by knowledgeable guides, offer insights into the desert's geology, history, and ecosystem, while providing a sense of scale and perspective that cannot be captured from vehicles alone. Helicopter flights over the dunes offer a bird's-eye view, revealing patterns, shadows, and textures that are otherwise invisible, further emphasizing the grandeur of the landscape. Lodges and campsites, carefully positioned, allow visitors to experience the desert overnight, with the opportunity to observe clear night skies filled with stars, uninterrupted by light pollution. One of Sossusvlei's most compelling experiences is the ascent of its dunes. Dune 45, located along the main road from Sossusvlei, is particularly famous due to its accessibility and photogenic shape. Hiking to the summit in the cool morning hours allows travelers to witness the sunrise illuminating the desert, casting elongated shadows, and bathing the sand in rich, warm colors. Big Daddy, taller and more challenging, offers panoramic views of the surrounding desert and the clay pan of Deadvlei, a striking area where ancient camel thorn trees, long dead, remain standing against a backdrop of white pan and red dunes. Fish River Canyon, renowned as one of the largest canyons in the world and the largest in Africa, stretches over 160 kilometers in length, up to 27 kilometers in width, and plunges to depths of nearly 550 meters. This geological marvel, located in southern Namibia near the town of Ais, offers a dramatic testament to the power of erosion, time, and the natural forces that have sculpted the landscape over millions of years. Carved primarily by the Fish River and tectonic activity, the canyon is a magnificent combination of rugged cliffs, meandering riverbeds, and layered rock formations, each revealing stories of the Earth's ancient history. The canyon's sheer scale and dramatic vistas make it a destination that evokes awe, wonder, and deep respect for nature's creative forces. The Fish River itself, Namibia's longest river, flows intermittently through the canyon. Its waters are often seasonal, swelling during rare rains and receding into shallow channels and pools for most of the year. This intermittent flow has shaped the canyon's unique ecology and geology, carving deep gorges, creating sedimentary layers, and forming oxbow bends that illustrate the river's ancient meanderings. During the rainy season, usually between January and March, the river transforms the canyon into a lush corridor of life, where migratory birds, small mammals, and reptiles find sustenance in its waters and vegetation. Outside the rainy season, the arid riverbed offers stark beauty, highlighting the canyon's vastness, the textures of the rocks, and the contrast between shadowed cliffs and sunlit plains. Geologically, Fish River Canyon is a masterpiece of nature. The rock formations visible in its cliffs include quartzite, schist, and sedimentary layers dating back over 500 million years. These strata offer a glimpse into Namibia's prehistoric environment, with fossilized remnants of ancient seas, flora, and even early microbial life embedded in the rocks. The folding, faulting, and erosion patterns provide insights into tectonic activity, offering geologists and enthusiasts opportunities to study the dynamic processes that shape our planet. Each viewpoint along the canyon rim presents a new perspective on these features, from sharply incised gorges to sweeping panoramas that stretch to the horizon. Hiking in Fish River Canyon is an unforgettable experience. The world-famous Fish River Canyon Hiking Trail, a demanding multi-day trek, attracts adventurers seeking both physical challenge and immersive natural beauty. Spanning approximately 85 kilometers from the northern starting point near Hobas to the southern end at Ais, the trail follows the canyon floor, navigating rocky paths, sandy riverbeds, and steep descents into gorges. Hikers encounter breathtaking vistas at every turn, from the towering canyon walls to hidden pools that reflect the sky. Camping along the trail allows for intimate experiences with the canyon's nocturnal life, as clear desert skies reveal a tapestry of stars, and the temperature swings between scorching days and cool nights accentuate the canyon's dramatic environment. The canyon's biodiversity, though adapted to arid conditions, is strikingly resilient. Vegetation includes hardy shrubs, acacia trees, and succulent plants that thrive in the rocky soil. Wildlife, while not as dense as in more verdant regions, includes small antelopes, rock hyraxes, jackals, and a variety of reptiles and birds. Raptors, such as the Varro's eagle and the black eagle, patrol the skies above the cliffs, taking advantage of thermal currents to glide effortlessly. During the brief rainy periods, the river and temporary pools attract larger animals, creating dynamic opportunities to observe interactions between species and the adaptive strategies that enable survival in such a harsh environment. Photography enthusiasts and nature lovers are drawn to Fish River Canyon for its unique lighting, textures, and dramatic scale. Sunrise and sunset transform the canyon's hues, with shadows playing across the ridges and valleys, highlighting intricate rock formations and the varying colors of stone, from deep reds and oranges to pale grays and whites. Aerial perspectives, whether through drones or guided flights. Dumaton, an extraordinary and enigmatic region in Namibia, stands as one of the country's hidden gems, offering travelers a combination of breathtaking landscapes, rich biodiversity, and cultural intrigue. Nestled within the expansive terrains of Namibia, Dumaton is a place where nature's raw beauty merges with ancient geological formations, creating a setting that feels both timeless and extraordinary. Often overlooked by mainstream tourism, this region provides a more intimate, immersive, and authentic encounter with Namibia's remarkable natural and cultural heritage. The moment one enters Dumaton, the landscape transforms into a series of dramatic vistas, revealing rolling hills, rugged cliffs, expansive plains, and rare pockets of desert vegetation, each element contributing to an unparalleled visual and sensory experience. One of the most striking features of Dumaton is its diverse topography. Unlike the vast, uniform dunes found elsewhere in Namibia, this area presents a tapestry of geological formations that reflect millions of years of natural evolution. Craggy rock outcrops punctuate the horizon, interspersed with sprawling savannas and dry riverbeds that trace ancient watercourses. These formations not only provide visual drama but also serve as vital habitats for a variety of wildlife, from desert-adapted antelopes and elephants to elusive predators such as leopards and cheetahs. Bird life thrives here as well, with raptors circling the skies and smaller species seeking refuge in rocky crevices and sparse woodland patches. The ecological diversity of Dumaton is remarkable, illustrating nature's resilience in an environment often perceived as harsh and unforgiving. Cultural aspects in Dumaton enrich the region's appeal even further. Local communities have lived in and around this terrain for centuries, developing a deep understanding of its challenges and resources. Traditional knowledge regarding water conservation, seasonal migration patterns, and survival techniques has been passed down through generations, providing invaluable insight into sustainable living in extreme environments. Visitors are often welcomed by community members eager to share stories, crafts, and customs, offering a unique lens through which to appreciate both the human and natural dimensions of this region. Engaging with these communities allows travelers to experience the interdependence between people and the land, highlighting the significance of cultural heritage alongside ecological wealth. Adventure and exploration are central to any journey through Dumaton. The landscape encourages hiking, rock climbing, and off-road exploration, with trails winding through valleys, up cliffs, and across open plains. Each step brings new perspectives, a sunrise illuminating rust-colored ridges, a hidden waterhole attracting wildlife, or a panoramic view of distant mountains. The sense of solitude here is profound. Unlike crowded tourist sites, Dumaton offers an almost private communion with nature, where the only sounds are the wind rustling through sparse vegetation, distant calls of birds, and the subtle movements of animals navigating the terrain. This solitude fosters reflection and a deep sense of connection to the land. The climate of Dumaton plays a crucial role in shaping its landscapes and ecosystems. Characterized by arid to semi-arid conditions, the region experiences stark contrasts between day and night temperatures, as well as seasonal variations that influence vegetation and wildlife behavior. Rainfall, though scarce, transforms the land dramatically, triggering a burst of greenery and bringing ephemeral streams and pools to life. Visitors who time their journeys during these brief wet periods witness a transformation of the landscape that seems almost magical, as wildflowers bloom, migratory birds return, and wildlife becomes more active. Conversely, the dry season reveals the raw, sculpted beauty of rocks and dunes, accentuating textures and shadows that delight photographers and artists alike. Damataran's geology is a wonder in itself. The region's rocky outcrops and eroded cliffs are composed of ancient sediments, offering insight into Namibia's geological history. Fossils and mineral deposits can occasionally be found, hinting at the prehistoric life and climatic shifts that shaped the area over millennia. This geological richness provides both educational and exploratory opportunities, appealing to scientists, students, and curious travelers eager to understand the forces that created the landscapes they traverse. Guided tours and interpretive trails often provide context, allowing visitors to appreciate the intricate connections between geology, ecology, and human habitation. The wildlife of Damatan is adapted to its challenging environment, resulting in remarkable evolutionary adaptations. Desert-adapted elephants, with their ability to survive with minimal water, roam the plains alongside oryx and springbok, which have evolved to extract moisture from sparse vegetation. Predators such as lions, leopards, and cheetahs navigate the rocky terrain with stealth and agility, while hyenas, jackals, and other scavengers contribute to the ecological balance. Birdwatchers can delight in the presence of eagles, vultures, and smaller endemic species, often observing nesting behaviors and hunting strategies up close. The interplay of predator and prey, water availability, and seasonal changes offers an ongoing lesson in survival and resilience, showcasing nature's ingenuity. One of Damataran's most captivating experiences is observing the sky. With minimal light pollution, the night sky is a breathtaking panorama of stars, planets, and celestial phenomena. The Milky Way stretches overhead in vivid clarity. Meteor showers become spectacular events, and the interplay of moonlight on the rugged terrain creates dramatic contrasts. For many visitors, nights in Damatan are as memorable as days, providing moments of quiet contemplation, photography, or simply marveling at the immensity of the universe above. Ultimately, Damatan is more than just a destination. It is an invitation to experience Namibia in one of its most authentic and pristine forms. The region embodies the spirit of exploration, resilience, and connection that defines the country as a whole. Every ridge climbed, every wildlife sighting, and every interaction with local communities contributes to a holistic understanding of the land, its history, and its living systems. For travelers seeking adventure, knowledge, and inspiration, Damatan offers a journey that is simultaneously challenging, enlightening, and profoundly rewarding. Etosha National Park, often hailed as one of Africa's premier wildlife destinations, is a true jewel in Namibia's natural heritage. Spanning over 22,000 square kilometers, this vast expanse is home to some of the continent's most iconic animals and offers visitors an unparalleled safari experience. The park's name, derived from the Avambo language meaning Great White Place, refers to the massive Etosha Pan, a salt-encrusted depression that dominates the landscape. This unique geographic feature, visible from miles away, serves as both a visual spectacle and a crucial ecological resource, attracting countless animals during the dry season when water is scarce elsewhere. The contrast between the arid pan and the surrounding savanna, woodlands, and shrublands creates an extraordinary diversity of habitats that support a rich tapestry of life. One of the defining characteristics of Etosha is its extraordinary wildlife density. Elephants, lions, leopards, cheetahs, and rhinoceroses roam the park, alongside large herds of springbok, oryx, kudu, and zebra. The interplay between predator and prey offers a continuous spectacle of survival and adaptation. During early mornings and late afternoons, when temperatures are cooler, animals become more active, presenting photographers, wildlife enthusiasts, and casual visitors with spectacular observational opportunities. Waterholes scattered throughout the park become central gathering points, particularly during the dry season, providing natural stages for observing intimate moments of animal behavior, from elephants splashing in muddy water to lions lounging under acacia trees. The Etosha Pan itself is one of the park's most fascinating features. Covering approximately 4,800 square kilometers, the pan is a flat, white expanse of salt that glistens under the sun, creating an almost otherworldly landscape. During the brief rainy season, shallow waters form temporary lakes, attracting flamingos and other migratory birds, which transform the stark white plain into a vibrant spectacle of pinks, blues, and shimmering reflections. For geologists, ecologists, and nature enthusiasts alike, the pan provides insights into the climatic history and hydrology of the region, revealing patterns of desertification, salt deposition, and seasonal water flow that have shaped the park's ecosystems over millennia. Bird life in Etosha is particularly remarkable. Over 340 species have been recorded, ranging from elegant flamingos and pelicans to predatory eagles and vultures. The diversity is supported by the park's mosaic of habitats, including mopane woodlands, grasslands, and the saline pan. Birdwatchers are drawn to Etosha not only for the sheer number of species but also for opportunities to observe rare and endemic birds in their natural settings. The Skeleton Coast, stretching along the northern Atlantic shoreline of Namibia, is a landscape of paradoxes. Simultaneously haunting and captivating, desolate yet teeming with subtle life, barren yet visually arresting. Its name, evocative and grim, originates from the skeletal remains of both shipwrecks and whales that have littered the shores for centuries, testifying to the perilous waters and treacherous conditions that have challenged sailors navigating this remote region. Extending roughly 500 kilometers from the Cunene River bordering Angola down to the Swakop River near the Namib Desert's edge, the Skeleton Coast encompasses a unique confluence of desert, ocean, and fog, creating an environment that is both stark and surreal. The Skeleton Coast is characterized by its harsh climate, where relentless winds, cold currents from the Atlantic Ocean, and dense morning fog combine to form a challenging yet dramatic ecosystem. The Benguela Current, flowing northwards along the coast, brings nutrient-rich cold waters that sustain abundant marine life but simultaneously create rough seas that have claimed countless ships over the centuries. The fog that frequently rolls in from the ocean, known locally as the Mist of the Skeleton Coast, adds an eerie ambience to the landscape, shrouding sand dunes, rocky outcrops, and shipwrecks in ethereal whiteness. This interplay of water, wind, and desert has sculpted an extraordinary environment, one where survival requires adaptation and resilience. Historically, the Skeleton Coast has a storied legacy. European explorers, whalers, and trading vessels often fell victim to the treacherous coastline, resulting in a multitude of shipwrecks that today stand as both reminders of human endeavor and cautionary tales. Among the most famous is the Edouard Bolin, a cargo ship that now rests partially buried in the sand, strikingly illustrating how time and desert sands transform the remains of maritime disasters into enduring visual symbols. These shipwrecks attract historians, photographers, and adventurers, offering insights into the perils of early navigation along this remote coast and the ever-changing interaction between human activity and natural forces. Despite its apparent barrenness, the Skeleton Coast supports an array of wildlife specially adapted to the harsh conditions. The desert-adapted elephants, one of the world's most unique populations, roam the coastal dunes in search of water and food, demonstrating remarkable adaptability. Seals congregate along offshore islands and rocky shores, thriving in the nutrient-rich waters, while Cape fur seals establish colonies on the beaches, their barking and activity providing stark contrast to the otherwise silent expanses. Predators, such as jackals and hyenas, navigate the dunes, scavenging along the shoreline. Birds, including flamingos, pelicans, and cormorants, exploit the rich marine life, creating vibrant splashes of color against the muted tones of sand, rock, and ocean. The Skeleton Coast is a testament to nature's tenacity, where life persists against formidable odds. Geologically, the Skeleton Coast is a remarkable intersection of desert sands and coastal erosion. The Namib Desert meets the Atlantic Ocean, producing sand dunes that extend directly to the water's edge. These dunes, sculpted by wind and occasionally by rare rains, range from small ripples to colossal formations reaching hundreds of meters in height. Their ochre and golden hues shift dramatically under the light of sunrise and sunset, casting long shadows and creating a visually dynamic environment. Rocky outcrops, cliffs, and gravel plains interrupt the sand, adding texture and contrast, while the relentless pounding of ocean waves erodes the shoreline, revealing hidden rock formations and fossilized remnants of the region's ancient past. Tourism and exploration of the Skeleton Coast are carefully managed due to its extreme environment. Guided tours, often involving specialized 4x4 vehicles and experienced guides, allow visitors to traverse the desert coastline safely. Helicopter flights and small aircraft provide aerial perspectives, revealing the intricate patterns of dunes, the scattered remnants of shipwrecks, and the meeting of desert and ocean in a way inaccessible from the ground. Camping in lodges, strategically placed, offer rare opportunities to experience the region's solitude and beauty while minimizing ecological impact. Visitors are encouraged to respect local wildlife, avoid disturbing fragile ecosystems, and follow safety protocols to navigate the challenging terrain responsibly. The Skeleton Coast also holds cultural and historical significance for local communities. Indigenous peoples, such as the Himba and Damara, have long adapted to life in the harsh coastal desert, utilizing traditional knowledge of water sources, edible plants, and navigation techniques. These communities offer insights into sustainable living and survival strategies in one of the most inhospitable environments on Earth. Twilight in the Namib Desert is a magical time that transforms the arid, sun-baked landscape into an ethereal realm of color, shadow, and stillness. The desert, which seems harsh and unyielding during the scorching daytime hours, softens under the subtle transition from day to night. This period, marked by the golden hour and the gradual deepening of the sky, offers one of the most captivating and tranquil experiences in Namibia, drawing travelers, photographers, and nature enthusiasts into its serene and mystical atmosphere. Unlike the frenetic activity of urban life or even the daytime exploration of desert dunes, twilight invites introspection, contemplation, and a profound sense of connection with nature. As the sun descends towards the horizon, the vast expanse of dunes and salt pans begins to glow in warm hues. The intense reds, oranges, and golds of the desert sand, which appear almost vibrant under direct sunlight, become soft and velvety, with subtle gradients that reveal the delicate contours of the dunes. Shadows lengthen dramatically, creating patterns that emphasize the sculptural beauty of the landscape. The wind, which may have been stirring sand all day, often calms during this time, allowing the stillness to dominate the environment. This combination of gentle light, calm air, and expansive vistas transforms the desert into a painterly scene, where every dune, pan, and rock formation seems deliberately positioned for visual perfection. One of the most striking aspects of twilight in the desert is the way it changes the perception of scale. During the daytime, the towering dunes, such as Big Daddy and Dune 45, impress with their sheer size and commanding presence. In the soft twilight, however, these dunes take on a more intimate, almost mystical quality. The gradual dimming of light obscures the finer details, encouraging the observer to focus on shapes, silhouettes, and the interplay of foreground and background. The horizon blurs subtly, blending sand and sky, and creating a sense of infinite space. This is a time when the desert feels both vast and personal, overwhelming in scale yet simultaneously inviting a quiet connection to the surrounding environment. Colors during twilight are particularly mesmerizing. The warm tones of the dunes shift to deeper oranges, pinks, purples, and eventually soft blues as the sun disappears. The sky undergoes its own transformation, beginning with fiery streaks of red and gold that fade into lavender and indigo, before finally succumbing to the deep, star-filled night. This gradual change creates a dynamic canvas that changes almost minute by minute, captivating observers with its ephemeral beauty. The reflective surfaces of salt pans amplify this effect, capturing the colors of the sky and turning them into mirrored expanses that enhance the visual drama of the moment. The presence of wildlife during twilight adds another layer of wonder. Desert-adapted species, which may have remained hidden during the heat of the day, begin to stir. The nimble oryx and springbok emerge from shaded areas, moving cautiously across the sands in search of water and grazing spots. Nocturnal creatures such as bat-eared foxes and various rodent species become more active, contributing subtle sounds that punctuate the stillness of the desert. Birdsong may fade as diurnal species settle for the night, replaced by the occasional call of owls or other nocturnal birds. The balance of life in the desert is particularly apparent at this time, illustrating the resilience and adaptability of flora and fauna in an extreme environment. Twilight in the desert also offers exceptional opportunities for photography and artistic expression. The soft, diffused light and dramatic shadows allow photographers to capture the essence of the dunes in ways that daytime light cannot. Long exposure techniques highlight the subtle movements of sand, the glow of the sky, and even the emerging stars. The combination of warm and cool tones during the transition from sunset to night produces images rich in contrast and depth, reflecting the magical quality of this fleeting period. For artists and painters, the interplay of light and color provides endless inspiration, emphasizing the textures, shapes, and fluidity of the desert landscape. Beyond its visual splendor, twilight fosters a sense of spiritual and emotional connection. The quiet, introspective nature of this time encourages meditation, reflection, and appreciation for the vastness and simplicity of the desert. Many travelers report feelings of peace and renewal, noting that the gradual fading of light and the gentle transition into night evoke a profound awareness of time, impermanence, Rising dramatically from the surrounding plains of central Namibia, the Waterberg Plateau is a striking natural landmark that offers a unique combination of geological, ecological, and cultural experiences. Its massive sandstone cliffs, which soar up to 200 meters above the savanna, create a prominent, flat-topped plateau that has long fascinated explorers, naturalists, and travelers alike. The plateau is a sanctuary of biodiversity, hosting an array of endemic and endangered species, while also serving as a historical and cultural site for local communities. Visiting the Waterberg Plateau is a journey into a landscape where nature, history, and conservation converge, offering a profound understanding of Namibia's natural heritage. The Waterberg Plateau is characterized by its imposing cliffs, eroded sandstone formations, and dramatic escarpments. From a distance, it appears as an isolated fortress of rock rising from the flat plains, an unmistakable landmark visible for miles. The plateau's geological history dates back millions of years, with layers of sedimentary rock forming a natural archive of the region's evolution. Walking along the plateau, visitors can observe stratified rock layers, fossilized remains, and ancient erosion patterns that tell the story of geological processes shaped by wind, rain, and time. The unique topography has created natural water catchments and streams, sustaining life in an otherwise arid environment, and making the plateau a vital ecological hub. The plateau is surrounded by vast savanna plains, dotted with acacia trees, mopane shrubs, and grassy expanses. This transition from flat plains to towering cliffs enhances the visual impact of the plateau, creating a sense of scale and majesty. Wildlife is abundant in this environment, with the plateau serving as a refuge for many species, some of which are rare or endangered. Rhino, sable antelope, roan antelope, and buffalo have been reintroduced through conservation efforts, making Waterberg a critical site for biodiversity preservation. Birdlife is also prolific, with species such as the battler eagle, secretary bird, and various vultures soaring above the cliffs, creating a vibrant and dynamic ecosystem that captivates nature enthusiasts and photographers alike. Hiking and walking trails are a central feature of the Waterberg Plateau experience. Guided hikes take visitors up steep paths and along ridge lines, offering breathtaking panoramic views of the surrounding plains and distant mountains. The ascent provides a physical challenge but is richly rewarded by the changing perspectives of the landscape, the intricate patterns of rock formations, and the interplay of light and shadow across the cliffs. At sunrise and sunset, the plateau takes on an almost ethereal quality, as the soft light enhances the colors of the sandstone and casts dramatic shadows, creating a painterly scene that feels both timeless and alive. Cultural history is deeply intertwined with the Waterberg Plateau. The area has been inhabited by indigenous groups for centuries, and evidence of sand rock paintings can still be found in some of the plateau's caves and overhangs. These ancient artworks provide a glimpse into the spiritual and daily lives of early human inhabitants, depicting hunting scenes, animals, and symbolic figures. Understanding the cultural significance of the plateau adds depth to the natural experience, reminding visitors that this land has been a source of sustenance, inspiration, and reverence for generations. Conservation plays a central role in the Waterberg Plateau experience. The plateau is a designated nature reserve, with efforts focused on protecting and restoring native species, particularly endangered animals such as black and white rhinos. Anti-poaching measures, ecological monitoring, and community engagement have made the reserve a model of sustainable wildlife management. Visitors often have the opportunity to learn about these initiatives, understanding the delicate balance required to maintain biodiversity and the collaborative efforts between local communities, conservationists, and the Namibian government. This aspect of the plateau adds educational value and a sense of purpose to the visit, highlighting the importance of preserving natural heritage. Flora on the plateau is equally remarkable. Indigenous trees, shrubs, and flowering plants provide not only ecological stability but also visual beauty. Seasonal blooms transform parts of the plateau, adding splashes of color against the warm tones of sandstone cliffs and dry savanna grasses. The diversity of plant life supports a complex food web, providing shelter and sustenance for the animals. Nestled in the heart of Namibia, Windhoek serves as both the political and cultural capital of the country, offering visitors a dynamic blend of modernity and tradition. Unlike the vast, open landscapes and desert expanses that dominate much of Namibia, Windhoek presents a compact urban environment with tree-lined streets, historic architecture, and a welcoming atmosphere that reflects the country's rich heritage. This city, surrounded by rolling hills and gentle savanna, is not only a gateway to Namibia's natural wonders but also a destination in its own right, providing insights into the nation's history, culture, and contemporary lifestyle. Windhoek's history is a tapestry woven from indigenous traditions, colonial influences, and post-independence growth. The area has long been inhabited by the Ovambo, Herero, and Nama peoples, whose cultures have shaped the region's identity. European settlers, particularly Germans, arrived in the late 19th century, leaving a significant imprint on Windhoek's urban fabric. Today, this legacy is visible in the city's architecture, from the distinct red-roofed buildings and Lutheran churches to the grand colonial-style structures that line central avenues. Walking through Windhoek, visitors can observe a fusion of styles, where traditional African influences blend seamlessly with European elegance, creating a cityscape that is both unique and historically resonant. Central Windhoek is a hub of activity, featuring bustling streets, vibrant markets, and cultural landmarks. The Christ Church, with its neo-Gothic architecture and striking stained glass windows, stands as one of the city's most iconic symbols. Built during the early 20th century, it reflects both the spiritual heritage and architectural influence of the German colonial era. Nearby, the Tintenpalast, or Ink Palace, houses the Namibian Parliament and is surrounded by lush gardens and fountains, offering visitors a glimpse into the nation's political heartbeat. These landmarks, among others, highlight the blend of history, governance, and community that defines Windhoek's character. Cultural exploration in Windhoek extends beyond architecture. The city boasts a thriving arts and music scene, with galleries, theaters, and cultural centers celebrating Namibian creativity. The National Art Gallery showcases works by contemporary artists, blending traditional motifs with modern expressions, while live music venues offer performances ranging from jazz and Afrobeat to local folk traditions. Festivals and cultural events punctuate the city calendar, celebrating everything from local cuisine to indigenous crafts, allowing visitors to immerse themselves in the vibrant spirit of Namibian culture. These experiences provide context and understanding, revealing how Windhoek serves as a crossroads of tradition and innovation. Food in Windhoek is a reflection of the city's diverse heritage. Local cuisine incorporates indigenous ingredients, German influences, and modern culinary trends. Traditional dishes such as kapana, grilled meat sold at street stalls, and pajikos, a slow-cooked stew, offer an authentic taste of Namibian flavors. Bakeries and cafes serve freshly baked bread, pastries, and coffee reminiscent of European tradition, while restaurants experiment with fusions that combine local spices with global techniques. Culinary tours and market visits allow visitors to experience the full range of flavors, from street food to fine dining, making gastronomy an integral part of exploring the city. Markets are central to Windhoek's charm. The city hosts vibrant, colorful markets where artisans sell handmade crafts, textiles, jewelry, and traditional souvenirs. These markets are not merely commercial spaces. They are social hubs where stories, traditions, and skills are exchanged and preserved. Visiting a market in Windhoek offers more than shopping. It provides an intimate understanding of local culture, craftsmanship, and community dynamics. Interactions with vendors reveal the human stories behind each product, fostering a deeper connection to the place and its people. Windhoek also functions as a convenient base for exploring Namibia's surrounding natural attractions. The city's central location allows travelers to access national parks, wildlife reserves, and desert landscapes with relative ease. From Windhoek, one can embark on excursions to the Etosha National Park, the Sossusvlei Dunes, and the Waterberg Plateau. Guided tours and safaris depart from the city, providing not only logistical support but also educational insights into Namibia's ecosystems, conservation efforts, and wildlife. The city's infrastructure, including modern accommodations, transport links, and visitor services, ensures that these adventures are accessible and comfortable, blending urban convenience with wilderness exploration. For those interested in history, Windhoek offers museums and heritage sites that chronicle Namibia's complex past. The Independence Memorial Museum provides a comprehensive overview of the struggle for freedom, detailing the colonial era, liberation movements, and the establishment of modern Namibia. Exhibits include photographs, artifacts, and multimedia presentations that immerse visitors in the historical narrative. Other museums, such as the Alti Fest, a former fortress-turned-cultural site, preserve and interpret the colonial and military history of the region. These institutions ensure that Windhoek is not only a place of residence and commerce, but also a living repository of memory and identity. Recreation in Windhoek caters to a variety of interests. Parks, gardens, and open spaces offer residents and visitors alike the opportunity to relax, exercise, and enjoy nature within the urban environment. Cycling, walking, and jogging trails are popular, while nearby hills provide panoramic viewpoints of the city and its surroundings. Sports facilities, theaters, and cultural centers create avenues for engagement and entertainment, making Windhoek a city that balances urban energy with leisure and wellness. Sustainability and community engagement are increasingly central to Windhoek's development. Initiatives aimed at water conservation, urban greening, and renewable energy reflect the city's commitment to responsible growth. Community programs support local artisans, promote cultural heritage, and foster economic opportunities, ensuring that development benefits residents while preserving the city's unique character. For travelers, this creates a sense of visiting a place that is dynamic, aware, and committed to its future, providing a richer and more meaningful experience. As our journey through Namibia comes to a close, one cannot help but reflect on the profound beauty, cultural richness, and sheer diversity that this remarkable country offers. From the crimson dunes of Sossusvlei to the eerie Skeleton Coast, from the abundant wildlife of Etosha National Park to the urban charm of Windhoek, Namibia presents a tapestry of experiences that captivate the senses, challenge expectations, and leave travelers with memories that last a lifetime. This land, often described as a realm of extremes, embodies contrasts: desert and ocean, silence and wildlife calls, isolation and vibrant local communities, ancient landscapes and modern cities. Each facet of Namibia tells a story, a narrative shaped over millennia by geological forces, climatic conditions, and human endeavor. Namibia's natural landscapes are perhaps its most iconic feature. The towering dunes of Sossusvlei, painted in shades of red and orange by the shifting sunlight, are both awe-inspiring and humbling. Walking among these monumental sand formations, one can feel the pulse of the desert, the quiet strength of a landscape that has endured for centuries. The vastness of these open spaces provides a rare opportunity to experience solitude and reflection, a sense of being a small part of something immensely larger. Coupled with the otherworldly beauty of Deadvlei, with its skeletal trees standing stark against pale clay pans and fiery sands, Namibia's deserts evoke a surreal, almost spiritual feeling, a reminder of nature's artistry and resilience. Yet, Namibia is not just desert. The Skeleton Coast, shrouded in fog and mystery, tells a different story. This stretch of coastline, where shipwrecks whisper tales of maritime history and the Atlantic Ocean crashes against rugged shores, offers an eerie yet captivating experience. It is a place where the land meets the sea in a dramatic collision, where seals and seabirds thrive amid the stark beauty, and where photographers, adventurers, and dreamers alike find endless inspiration. The coast's unique character, a blend of isolation and vitality, embodies the extremes that define Namibia, offering a perspective that is both humbling and exhilarating. The country's wildlife is equally compelling. Etosha National Park, with its vast salt pans and diverse ecosystems, provides a window into Namibia's rich biodiversity. From the majestic elephants and graceful giraffes to the stealthy predators and colorful bird species, the park offers a front-row seat to nature's drama. Observing animals in their natural habitat fosters a profound appreciation for conservation, highlighting Namibia's commitment to protecting its ecological treasures. Beyond Etosha, the Waterberg Plateau and other protected areas showcase Namibia's dedication to preserving landscapes and wildlife, ensuring that future generations can continue to marvel at these natural wonders. Namibia's cultural tapestry adds further depth to the journey. The Himba people, with their distinctive dress, hairstyles, and traditions, offer insight into enduring cultural practices that have withstood the test of time. Visiting villages and engaging with local communities provides a window into daily life, revealing a world where tradition and adaptation coexist. Crafts, storytelling, and communal practices enrich the traveler's experience, offering lessons in resilience, resourcefulness, and the value of preserving heritage. This cultural dimension is as integral to understanding Namibia as its landscapes, reminding visitors that a country's identity is as much about its people as its natural scenery. The country's geological wonders further enhance its allure. Fish River Canyon, one of the largest canyons in the world, presents a staggering spectacle of rock formations, layered cliffs, and winding riverbeds. Hiking along its rim or tracing the canyon floor immerses travelers in a dynamic interplay of scale, texture, and history, revealing the immense geological forces that have shaped the land over eons. Similarly, the dramatic escarpments, mesas, and plateaus that punctuate Namibia's terrain speak to the planet's ancient past, offering a tangible connection to deep time and the processes that continue to mold the Earth. Namibia also demonstrates a remarkable balance between adventure and tranquility. Activities such as desert safaris, hot air balloon rides over Sossusvlei, or coastal tours along the Skeleton Coast cater to thrill seekers, while moments spent gazing at the stars in a clear desert sky, listening to the distant calls of wildlife, or walking through quiet villages offer serene contemplation. This duality, a blend of adrenaline and reflection, ensures that every traveler finds their rhythm, their personal way of connecting with the country. Namibia encourages curiosity, patience, and mindfulness, rewarding those who engage deeply with its landscapes, culture, and wildlife. The country's cities and towns complement the natural experience. Windhoek, with its vibrant streets, markets, and cultural institutions, provides a gateway to urban Namibia. Here, visitors can explore museums, sample local cuisine, and engage with contemporary art and music, all within a setting that reflects Namibia's colonial history and post-independence growth. Other towns, such as Swakopmund or Luderitz, blend coastal charm, German architectural influence, and opportunities for exploration, offering a different perspective on life in Namibia. These settlements demonstrate that Namibia's identity is multifaceted, encompassing both wilderness and human creativity, tradition and modernity. Sustainability and conservation are central themes throughout Namibia. Community-based tourism initiatives, protected areas, and responsible wildlife management highlight the country's forward-thinking approach. Travelers are encouraged to engage ethically, respect local customs, and contribute positively to the communities they visit. These principles ensure that Namibia's beauty and resources are safeguarded, creating a model for sustainable travel that benefits both the land and its people. Experiencing this ethos firsthand enriches the journey, adding a layer of meaning to every encounter and every vista. As the journey concludes, one leaves Namibia with a profound sense of connection to the land, to its wildlife, to its people, and to the larger narrative of our planet. The country's landscapes, from deserts to coastlines, its vibrant cultures, and its thriving wildlife forge an indelible impression. Namibia teaches lessons in patience, resilience, and reverence for nature, offering travelers not just sights to behold but experiences that transform perspective. Every sunrise over the dunes, every glimpse of a leopard in the wild, every conversation with a local artisan, resonates long after departure, a testament to the country's enduring power to inspire and enchant. Namibia, with its contrasts and harmonies, invites reflection, awe, and gratitude. It is a land where the extraordinary is ordinary, where silence speaks volumes, and where beauty is both grand and subtle. As visitors prepare to leave, they carry with them stories of adventure, discovery, and human connection, stories that echo in the mind and soul. Namibia's landscapes, its people, and its spirit linger, shaping memories and inspiring future journeys. In every sense, the country is not merely a destination, it is a profound experience, a narrative of life, land, and legacy that continues to unfold, inviting all who visit to witness, participate, and cherish.